A teacher is shown who starts seeing ghosts. Along with this, he is not able to differentiate between humans and ghosts. He starts getting very upset due to this, but later he decides to graduate all these ghosts. Why does this happen to that teacher? And how will he graduate these ghosts? To know this, do not stay on the interval of the video. So let's start the story of the movie. The story starts and we are shown a student's party. In this party we see a boy. As he kisses her while dancing, all the students start making fun of him. Actually, that girl is a beauty who was visible only to Modesto and not to anyone else. But when Modesto comes to know about this, he gets scared. But the girl gets angry at this and starts shouting at him and suddenly disappears in the form of smoke. After this, the scene changes and we are shown the scene after a few years. School goes to a school where we see Modesto, who has now become a teacher. Here also Modesto was seeing many ghosts, but then the principal of the school comes there and he expels Modesto from the school because of his illness. Yes, Modesto was very upset with this, so he goes to the doctor but tells the doctor that in reality ghosts do not exist. But then Modesto starts seeing the spirit of the doctor's father. The general revenue starts going towards his home with the medicine, but then he tries to stop him, but then a truck runs over him but nothing happens to him, because that man was also a ghost. After this, we are shown a haunted school, in whose library a teacher is taking out some printouts, but then the screen behind him returns and as soon as he looks back he cannot see anything, so he starts working again, but then someone comes behind him and hits his head on the printout machine. He puts it on the window, which leaves a lot of prints of his face, after which a lot of books of the library start flying in the air, due to which the teacher gets very scared, and because of this fear, he falls down from the window, which leads to his death. After this, we are shown the owner of this school, who comes to meet the principal and tells him that we have to change the conditions of our school, or else we will have to close this school in a few days. Meanwhile, Modesto also comes here for an interview because the principal of the school was in dire need of a teacher, so she starts interviewing Modesto. Here Modesto lies that he has not been fired from the previous school, but he himself has left the job. Modesto starts going towards the classroom to take his class. But the girl runs away from there fearing him, so he just starts looking for his class by himself, and while searching for the class, he reaches that place where the teacher had died last time by falling from the window. Here he meets some students who start scaring him. All these students are ghosts and they scare every teacher who comes here in the same way, but no teacher is able to see them. But Modesto was watching them doing this, so he starts talking to them, which surprises the students a lot. Now the Modists also did not know that this student is a ghost, so when he comes down to meet the principal, then he sees the photos of all these students who were dead, and after seeing this, he becomes convinced that all these students are ghosts. So he leaves his job and starts running away from here, and all these students chase him, but no student is able to get out of the school gate. After this, the principal of the school comes to meet the Modesto and tells him to come back to school, but Modesto tells her that there are ghosts in his school, and he has seen 5 of them with his own eyes, out of which a girl named Mervy is pregnant, and the principal believes her words and does not consider her mad like the other people, so she tells him that Mervy was pregnant when she died. On the other hand, some students try to call the ghost of the black magician and talk to him, but then 2 ghosts come there, one of which is named Danny and the other is Painflow, scaring the students by lifting the chair in the air, and all the students start running away from there out of fear. But a girl named Alpha sits here without any fear and asks a boy named Joel the reason for his death, while on the other hand, she tells the principal, Modesto, that when her father was the director of this school, one night a Christmas party was going on in which a fire broke out, but because of the loud music in the party, the sound of the alarm could not reach those 5 students, due to which they died. After this she asks for help from Principal Modesto. She tells him that I need your help in getting these 5 students out of the school because you can see the ghost. Modesto was very happy that the teacher does not consider him mad after seeing the ghost, so he agrees to help Modesto. After this, Modesto throws away the psychic's medicine and teaches Gauche how to cross the road, who always gets into an accident. He reaches the library and starts talking to the 5 students. These students are very happy that they finally got a chance to see the ghost. Become quite angry. They tie him up and hang him upside down. After that, Justone visits psychiatry and meets his father, who begins questioning him about expelling a ghost and those 5 students from the school. So now he explains that a person becomes a ghost when their last wish is left unfulfilled. Because he is a student, if he completes his studies, he can easily leave that school. So Modestone. And Angela is ready to study. The other 4 students start beating her. After this, the Motorstone takes out the student's file and tries to know their hobby, and goes to them and starts playing songs from his mobile for them. Along with this, he tells them that he can correct more than 1,000 songs in his phone. Now they are very surprised to hear this. Then the Motorstone says that technology has gone very far. Study. So now these students get ready to study, but Danik still did not feel right. Next day, when Modesty comes to the class, he sees that these 5 students are ready to study. Manjula sees that many living students are practicing singing for the upcoming function, so she also reaches there. Now here, the twigs start urging her to sing, due to which she stands on the mic and starts singing. But then Danny increases the sound, due to which the living students start running away from there after hearing her scary voice. Now there's a big fight between Danny and the living students regarding this matter, due to which Danny gets angry and starts shouting at the living students. He starts throwing things and also breaks Elsie's laptop, through which she used to talk about her love loudly. When Modester has to teach these 5 ghosts, the principal comes here and asks him to come down. On coming down, she tells Modsterone that she is worried about the upcoming function, that something might go wrong in the function. If this happens, the school owner will close this school, but Modsterone starts explaining that nothing like this will happen. After this, both of them start doing couple dance, but the 5 gauche were watching from above. Principal was very impressed with Modesto, so she started kissing him, but Modesto refuses and goes inside. Now as time passes, the 5 gauche had become very good in studies, and their final exams were going to be held very soon. So he says loudly that he will leave from here very soon. But being sad, she expresses her love to him and tells him that after his departure, she will also be very happy. All 5 of them had passed. After this, a white light comes from the sky, and all of them get ready to go to heaven, but later they come to know that it is just sunlight. So they get angry at Modesto and create a ruckus in the school. After this, Modesto goes to meet the father of the psychiatric, and he tells Modesto that the students will have to accept their truth by fulfilling their modern rules. Only then they will get freedom. After this, Modestone comes to the 5 and starts telling them this, in which Danny denies his truth and tells them that he had set the fire in the Christmas party that night, but due to the fear of going to hell, he has not told this to anyone till date. After this, Modestone goes to meet his staff, but Modestone is held responsible for the ruckus created by these 5 gauche in the school, due to which he is expelled from the school, but later he tries to call back the principal moralists of the school. The principal goes to the library to meet those 5 gauches, after which she requests them to somehow make Modesto and bring him back here. So Pink Floor enters the body of a living girl and puts a core on Modesto and asks him to come back. Along with this, he also tells that the principal loves him very much. Now on hearing this, Murderer gets ready to come back in Angela's lot by mistake 20 years ago. It was written in that letter that he does not want to marry Maya and adopt her child. So she should forget everything, and the day of the function had come, and the principal along with a teacher named OTG welcomes the owner of this school. After this, Modesto reaches there, to whom all 5 ghosts apologize, but OTG becomes very angry on seeing Modesto back in the school, but being modest, he says this. When these 5 gauche see insult, they feel very bad, so they start beating Artak. Here we also come to know that the boyfriend of Maybe and the father of her child is none other than Artak. After this, the function starts, and after listening to the boring song, all the teachers start sleeping. So Modesto asks Angela to go on stage and sing a song. Now Angela enters the body of a girl and starts singing a 20-year-old song, due to which everyone gets very entertained. But then OTG comes here and he declares you as the candidate for the post of principal, but then Danny enters his body and takes off his pants, due to which OTG gets very humiliated. After this, Danny apologizes to all his friends for setting the party on fire, and that is why his friends died. Now Josh comes to know that Danny is going to give up her life by digging a pole so that she can come to Josh as a ghost. But Josh reaches there and stops her from doing so. Here Danny tells him that there is no need for him to do this. He will always wait for her, and saying this, he kisses her, and just as Danny's eyes open in the hands of the doctors, Arvind's Panchon Ghosh's incomplete story is revealed. The wishes were fulfilled, in which Danny wanted to tell his friends that he was the one who set the party on fire that day, and he tells them this. Angela was always fond of singing, so she fulfills her wish by singing on stage, and Danny also wanted to kiss a beautiful girl, so he kisses Elsa. Danny also wanted to know the truth about her boyfriend, which he comes to know. Now only Ping Flo was left here, who wanted to party, and in the end, his wish also gets fulfilled. After this, the time of liberation of these five had come, so all of them hold each other's hands. Here the principal also holds the hands of Modest. After this, a bright light comes from the sky, and all these people leave from here. We, Modest and Principal, both kiss each other, and the movie ends by showing this scene. Friends, I hope you liked the video. So please like the video and subscribe to the channel. So I will meet you in the next video.